Good evening, everyone. This is Rabbi Karen, and you are joining us for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. We thank you for being here with us. We are on Zoom. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on simshalom.com. So you can't avoid us. We're here, and we can't wait to share with you. So please join us. I'm currently on the Zoom site with Ellen, Sue, Joanne, Rudolph, and Albert. So thank you all for being with us as we begin our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. Hine matovu manayim shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is and how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. And now our call to praise. Baruch et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach li'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever. Okay, we're going to have mouse problems tonight, I see. There we go. And speaking of blessings, when I look out at the sky right now, 7 o'clock in Florida, it's starting to get a little dark. We're not quite at twilight yet, but we think of Adonai separating light from dark and dark from light. Ha'ma'ariv aravim. You abound in blessings, eternal one, our God, sovereign of all time and space, whose word brings on twilight. With wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times, vary the seasons, and assign the stars to their watches in the sky. Creator of day and night, who rolls light away from darkness and darkness from light, you cause day to pass and bring about night, distinguishing between day and night. Source of all forces is your name. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Li'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. So let's stop our share for a moment. Say hello to everybody. Let's see, we have Ruth on Restream, so thank you for joining us. And here on our Zoom, we have Ellen, Sue, Joanne, Rudolph, and Albert. So thank you all for joining us this evening. I hope everybody who is watching. Oh, Ellen, you're here. You're here also. Oh no, you're on our chat. Okay. I got confused in her chats for a moment. I hope everybody is safe and staying cool because it is hot out there. Although I hear that only Florida is hot now and the rest of the Northeast is nice and cool. So I'm almost jealous. But just everybody stay safe. We watch out for the storms. We just keep an eye out for each other and, remain stay safe. And we say a few prayers. All right, let's go back. And now the prayer that says our creed, that doesn't ask, but states, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. V'ahavta, and you shall love. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently to your children. This is what we've been talking about in our Torah portions, about repeating the story so we could teach them to our children and their children. And you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you rise up, and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy, holy unto your God. And speaking of miracles, as Miriam and the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, they said, "Who is like you, O God, amongst the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God," they cried. "Adonai will reign forever and ever." Thus it is said, "Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own." Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Gaal Yisrael. Okay? This is the time when I ask you, what are we going to pray for? So think for a moment as I read the first paragraph. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'achamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, u'frosh aleinu sukat shalom mecha. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, why don't you share with me? Let's make this prayer personal. What would you ask for? Just pop in and tell me. Joanne, looks like you started.
I have a lot that I'm praying for, but the first thing that came to my mind is that I know that Marvin is moving to his assisted living tomorrow.
Oh,
And
is
yes, I think it's tomorrow. Am I correct? I think it is. And I just pray that it goes
Yes.
smoothly for him and that he
Amen.
likes where he lands and that people take good care of him and are very kind to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what popped into my mind first.
Um, Being that I have both parents living in assisted living, so
Hmm.
I'm quite familiar. I've got my dad, who's 97 in assisted living, and my mom, who was across the street from him in the memory care part.
Hmm.
So, I'm there quite a lot. I hope for Marvin, he finds friends.
Yes.
I hope he finds peace and health, and I'm sure they'll take care of him. You pray that for most places, but
And his brother is 2 miles away from there.
oh,
That's why he went there. That's why he went to New Jersey. Because his
oh,
brother is, I don't know if he's in assisted living where he is, but he's 2 miles from Marvin.
well, that's wonderful because if they know there's family there,
Yep.
and in fact, I actually put a camera in my mother's room, just to keep an eye on not her, but yes, her
Hmm.
and it could be a lot of fun, also. And I'm sure they do services and all. My father, he wants to go and eat, go back to his room, watch TV, take a nap, go and eat. Well, he doesn't want to do anything. But this is my dad, it's like this. We want to get him to play poker, and then now he wants to leave me alone. But I think Marvin is the kind of guy that would like to get involved and meet people, and
Hmm.
so you know what? We'll wish that for him. And you know what? I'll check with the other rabbis and find out what's going on. Thank you for the information. Anyone else have a prayer, a thought, a wish?
Well, now that we're talking about Marvin and I know it may sound like an odd thing, but I think about his cats. or, I don't know how many he has, but I hope that the cats will land in decent homes, don't end up in a shelter or worse. And I know it sounds strange because I have taken care of cats most of my life, and a lot of them are drop-offs. And, cats can be very perceptive animals, and I know if he's not there, they are going to be a little bit confused. And I don't know if there's any way his brother or whoever could take them. That would be wonderful. I doubt they're going to be allowed at an assisted living,
Don't say that.
but
Don't say
yeah,
that.
Right.
no,
Say that. A lot of the facilities allow you to bring
bring
maybe
a cat.
cats and or like a little dog.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
that would be wonderful. If, I would be happy because I've taken care of so many cats that it takes them a while to get adjusted. They know that they're
Yeah,
safe here, and
I know
I,
recently,
I
2 years ago, a friend passed and we took his 16-year-old cat. So I understand.
yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well,
that's
we'll find out.
my
I mean,
thought.
it's great. We've seen people with the walkers with these little doggies in the walkers.
Yeah.
Well, it gives them it gives them hope, or they know they have to take their little doggy for a walk. It gets them up and out.
Yeah. So
So,
we'll see if that's a question that I will ask the rabbis later.
yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
Hope for the best.
And it'll also give him peace of mind
Yeah, yeah.
because it's stressful when they have to give up their beloved pets.
Oh, I know.
My mother-in-law had to give up her cat, but it was prearranged that my husband's cousin would take it. So he had to
Yeah.
drive the cat over to Michigan.
Mhm.
But, it was a good life. Okay, any other prayers?
Yeah, I have a prayer for my cousin who just lost her son. He was
Oh,
Oh,
41 years old. So I
oof.
pray that this, yeah,
wow.
yeah, he had
That's
a heart
sad.
condition, but he did no one was there when it happened, and when they got the door open from the police, because he lived with his mother, my first cousin.
Oh,
Uh, and when they got there, he had passed. So I hope it was peacefully, and I hope they can go on with strength and hope and prayers.
amen to that. Amen to that.
So
Well,
that-
I pray that the hostages are released soon, how many are alive. And for those who aren't, the bodies are returned to the family so they get closure. And I pray for some type of peace somewhere, somehow. Not quite sure where, how, and let it get done, but I pray that
no,
it should get done because
amen, amen.
I'm sorry, Yellen,
I said amen, amen.
and I pray for the end of disease.
Absolutely.
Yeah, end of disease. All right, let's get back to our
Oh, can
service.
I pray for everyone's good health.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. And I pray for good weather because I live in Florida.
Me too.
And we're watching hurricanes, so I pray for good weather. Okay. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba b'yamad dirachirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uv'yomechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'yimaru amen yeshmei rabba mevorach li'olam li'al mea maya yitbarach Yitbarak, Vishtabak, Vipar, Viroman, Vinase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitala, Shemed Kudisha, Brihu, Leila, Mikol Berata, Bishirata, Tush Bichata, Vene, Chemata, Dami, Rambi Alma, Vimaru, Amen. And now our standing prayer. Please, only if the body does allow. And here we are reminding Adonai that our forefathers and foremothers were mishpacha. and the promises made for them we hope are kept for us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imaot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Lama'an Shemo Ba'ahava, Melech Ozeru Moshiach Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. And remember, Adonai is our only super strength, superhero that we need. Atah gibor li'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol atarav lahoshia, mechakeh ha'im bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofei cholim, umatir asurim, umkayem emunato lishenei afar, micha mocha bal gevuro, umido melech memit, umkayem, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'neman etala hayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. All right, everyone. This week's Torah portion is Ki Tetzel. Now let's remember, we're getting to the end of our Torah. We still have a ways to go because it's going to take a couple of weeks. But things are being repeated because they want us to remember. They want to make sure we are going to live the right way. So in this Torah portion, 74 of the 613 commandments are listed, including burial and dignity of the dead, the rebellious son, inheritance of the firstborn, safely erecting a fence around the roof of your house. Never heard of putting a roof around your fence, but I'm guessing that's what they did. I mean a fence around your roof, sorry. Also the judicial rulings and penalties for rape, adultery, false accusations, divorce laws, laws of charging interest on a loan, and returning lost objects. So this is a very progressive document because recognizing that at the time, most of these things were not codified. They were not laws. And we had laws to follow. This is what we were given to become a moral and just people. What did we say last week? Sadek, Sadek, Sadek. This is it. This is why. This is a window into our past. You don't need laws unless the actions are a problem. And now we have a just system of laws, justice for the accused, for wives. Imagine justice for women. For women abused, the widow, laws set down for families, and how individuals should treat lost property. This is a keen insight into what lives were like, their problems and their solutions, which might have been a basis for justice today. Rambam Mishnah Torah, Hilchat Gezilah, Ve'avodah, chapter 14. This is the general rule concerning lost property. If anything without a mark of identification was lost and the owner was aware of the loss, it is assumed that the owner has given up hope of recovering it, and it therefore belongs to the finder. You shall not see your brother's ox or sheep straying and ignore them. Rather, you should return them to your brother. But if your brother is not near you, or if you do not know him, you shall bring it to your house, and it shall be with you until your brother seeks it out, whereupon you shall return it to him. Now, was there a time limitation on how long you wait? Not quite sure. Not quite sure if it takes 10 years, but they ask for it. Guess you had to return it. According to Rambam, this is the general rule for lost objects. Every object that does not have a siman, a particular sign that you could use to identify it as yours, like your mother used to put on your name on your shirt and your underwear, it's yours. Since it is lost and its owner knows it has been lost, we can assume that its owners have given up hope of finding it. For example, a nail, a needle, or a coin. Since the owners cannot give a siman to get it returned, it therefore belongs to the one who found it. Every object that has a siman, for example, clothing or an animal, you can assume that the owners have not given up finding it because they know they can tell the finder by its simanim, and he or she will return it to them. Therefore, if you find these objects, then you must announce that you have found them, unless you know that the owners have given up hope. Speaking of assisted living, if you let them do their laundry, you never know whose clothing you're going to get, even with the name on it. But let me tell you, sometimes you find nicer things than what you started with. It's happened to my mother. And then sometimes you just have to have a relative track it down to find it. Okay. The Talmud extends this idea to including preventing damage. For instance, if your neighbor's house is about to be flooded and he's not home, then you are required to set up the sandbags. You can later ask to be reimbursed. So you have an obligation to help not only your brother, but your neighbor, your friend. We all take responsibility for not only for ourselves, but for each other. Our mitzvot are there for us to be better and take our society to a better place for us to live. Okay? So having all these things written out for us is a guide for us on how to live. We were studying this with the kids at Hebrew school, and there was a video, something that what they did on television, where they put a $10 bill on the floor near the bank. And how many people kept it? How many people looked for the owner? How many people went into the bank to look for the owner? More than you would think. More than you would think. So, it's just an interesting way that people handle it and how kids would handle it too.
But I have a story. It was a Rebbitzin. She was telling about her son. They found a bag with money in it, bills, and they didn't know where it was. There was no shimon in it, so they couldn't. So she said, well, now you can keep it because there's no way of proving who it was. We don't know whom to give it to. We don't know. He said he was very reluctant. He was very reluctant to keep it. So she finally convinced him, through halacha, that he could keep it.
How old
When
was your son?
he was about 9 or 10 at the time.
Okay, I get that. I get that. I would have taken it to the police and let them say to him, you can keep it, after like 30 days or something.
That's a good idea.
Only because, mom said it, it's one thing, but the police say it, it's a whole other thing. Yeah, some of you are nodding because you know what it's like with those kids. Yeah, there's an idea of being responsible. My son had once borrowed somebody's iPod. I'm dating myself. And he left it on the desk at school and it was stolen. Not my fault, not my fault, yes, but it's your responsibility. It may not have been your fault. You left it on the desk, it is your fault, but it is your responsibility. And you, in turn, must replace it. As soon as he realized it wasn't his fault, but it was his responsibility, it took on a whole new meaning. And that's where we have these rights, these responsibilities, these obligations. And the Torah tells us about it. It's an interesting guide for us. Okay, let's go back to our, oh, wait a minute, we're going to begin our Mishabara, so let's start getting ready for this. Okay. So now let's take a few minutes to listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our minds. O say shalom bimrumav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru, imru, amen. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heaven, let peace descend on us in all Israel, and let us say, amen. And now we go to our prayer for healing. So let us start typing in our Mishabara list. And I'll start with Shoel ben Rivka, Yehudit, Bat Bela, Boomer Luna and Oliver, Rav Yehoshua ben Meir, Basha Tova Bat Eva Rivka, Ronnie, Yeshiva Gabriel Bat Bani, Seal's daughter, Chanazisa Bat Sally, Nahum ben Gerla, Maxine, Paul, Shalom ben Tova, Bobby, Baska Bat Hana, Barbara's brother, Fega Bat David ve'Adel, Benjamin Feivel ben Zisel, Bruce, son of Melissa, Lance, Shelley Bat Claudia, Melissa and her mother, Linda, Seal, Gail, Hughes, Gloria, Rita, Liba Bat Lena, Hannah Bat Leola, Shelley Holt, Carrie Bat Christina, Avram ben Adele, Gladys, Matilda, daughter of Lucretia, Shalom ben Eva, and Francisco, son of Matilda. Okay, let's see. Praying for families who lost loved ones in Minnesota and healing for all those who are suffering. For those suffering spiritually and physically around the world, all seem Shalomers who are ill, Ellen Freeman, Ellen Rose, Joanna Hall with her family, Professor Gruber, Albert, Ellen D., and all cancer patients, and all in Israel who need peace and healing, and Rudolph's cousin Sylvia, for those known and unknown in need of healing, Sue's mother-in-law Dorothy, her husband Professor Rob, sister-in-law Carol, cancer, her friend Jean Sue Buchanan, and continued good health for Jasmine Kitty. Go ahead, Joanne.
Thank you. The family of John Hall, Michael Levy, Renee O'Leary, Jim Garlitz, Jerome LaFrancis, Dave Hall, Annie Hall, my cousin Jeff Gordon, Emma McManus, all Sim Shalomers, our families and pets who are in need of healing. Sharon Jappy as she starts her new job. Oli and family, Golam and family, Albert, his wife Valerie and family, Rudolph's cousin Sylvia, Marvin Gruber, Rebecca Waters, Ellen Rose and family, Ellen Friedman, Diane Fishman, Sue Buchanan, and myself. Thank you.
All seem Shalomers, rabbis, their families, and pets need of refuah shlema. Rabbi Shari, Rabbi Galit, Albert, Joanne, Carol, relative of Sue Marie, Golem, and Moses ben Yosef. All the sick people and our loving pets in this world we are living in. For Albert, Valerie, Amy, David, Barbara's brother, Rabbi Galit, and for Marvin, not only in good health, but he has a new successful journey in his life. May he have health and may he have fun, because sometimes it helps to have fun. Mi shebeirach avotenu Mechol habraha limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu Mechol habraha liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Moshe Ben Yosef, Georgette, Stephen, Stephen, Robin, Stephen, Kathy, Ernie, Sharon, Carrie, and Eric Schoen. Sharon Jaffe, we have to talk. Is that Eric Schoen from Yonkers and Carrie from Yonkers? If so, I know them.
Yes, he has Parkinson's, like a mild form.
Oh, I got to reach out to Eric. I lived in Yonkers 26 years,
Yeah.
so I know.
Wow.
Okay. Ellen Friedman,
Thank you.
Ellen Rose, Marvin and his brother, Joanne, all our rabbis, Sue, Jasmine, Kitty, Albert, and Valerie, and Amy, Lori Bot, Selma, Carlin Bot, Lori, Hadar, Naki, Divinia, Brenda Bot, Estelle. Okay. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כקויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המנם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמן, והיה אדוני למלך על כל ארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. I want to add another name, Adolea, Bat, Shoel, Yehuda. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and our sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of Adonai's kingdom. Yikadal v'ikadash shemei rabah, b'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malhutei, b'chaye hono v'yomechon, uv'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav azman kari v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei rabah mevorach le'olam amei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yiroman v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal. Shmei d'chudashah b'richu. Le'ilam mincho b'chata v'shirata. Tushbuchata v'nechamata. Damiram v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mumav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen. And may all those who are mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Oh, and I got one more name, Sue, Rolla's daughter. So everybody, be well, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and
You too, Rabbi.
look forward to seeing you all next week.
So
Thank you so much,
Rabbi.
Rabbi.
And
Rabbi.
and I will be in touch. I'm going to reach out to the other rabbis and find out what I can for our friend here, Marvin. Okay,
Good.
Okay.
take care.
Good
Take
night.
care. Good night.
Good night.
Erev
I
Tov.
feel like mwah.
Love you all.
Yeah.
Night.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.